outside the prize money now in 9th place. Sure, if you look at the points totals, you're not too far away from a top 5 position, but still, what could have happened in that one game potentially could have kept you in the top 5 now already.
Yeah, I see a few players here potentially from AAA and Infantry that might cross paths a bit, and GX and Buriram kind of chilling out around the chopsticks, and just keep our eyes on any of this. If there's any vying for control over vehicles or compounds or anything like that, Afreeca this time kind of just going to get into a vehicle altogether, try to avoid TSG, head to Milta for the looting circle. Up to the northwest a bit. You know, we got to watch at the beginning of the games and that kind of thing. At 4 a.m., well, we know they like to shoot at people while they drive, but this time it's going to be Pang finding Godv chilling on the side of the hill and says, "Thank you, sir. We will take that point."
The Virtus.pro, having heard those shots, are going to go, "Are you..." I mean, we don't mind rotating in late, but please, can you just leave? Infantry, we know it's you. Just go away. We want to rotate across this bridge too.
This is pretty interesting from Infantry. I like the idea of changing up the spot where they set up the bridge camp, but this go around, I think you're exactly right. Long skirt reveals, and therefore the magic will not happen this time around. A multi-circle gaming trying to make some magic of their own, and Link do with a very nice spray with the barrel. Finds Forever, trying to see if he could get the flush. Has to readjust. Trying to see if maybe he can get up there from that tower. It does have the angle. This is really smart by Lingdu, knowing his terrain, knowing his sightline so incredibly well here. Summer now, it's time for him to join the magic show, and that's a great grenade that finds Crazy. Really good kills, or potential kills, coming in for MCG.
To the game for them. They are still up with quite a big buffer. I mean, they have, what, 20 points down to Infantry sitting in 2nd place currently, so I wouldn't assume it got 4 a.m. to be overtaken
through the distance. Let's see where circle number 2.
I think he has the slightest clue, and it's pretty easy to see that there's one there. Oh, did PO math this correctly? Is it a 200 IQ nade? It's gonna explode in time, but not gonna matter. No damage done with the nade. What he can't do with the nade, he can't do with the gun though. Loki able to find the first one. Here comes CC flying over the top. Nick Holmes flying with it. Out of the vehicle he goes. One more mid-air. Loki's not gonna be able to get him. Iononix is on his own. Low HP, has to try and heal up vehicles. Rolling away. Can you do it with barely any HP? Not gonna happen. And now finally, Hiruzen jumps the snake trap, and he's gonna be taken down. What a cluster. What a cluster as the circle shifts to the north.
And now Jayers has the vehicle that Hiruzen brought, and he's gonna steal it. Thank you very much. Just gonna do a little GTA action and rob Hiruzen of his US and go regroup with the rest of AAA. Infantry, like we mentioned, was making a long rotation. We saw it earlier. Oh, Leo with the last bullet finds the head of 9. 9 trying to get behind the tree. Giant Infantry quick on the metal, but can they get the metal down fast enough to make it here? 9 does get finished, so they're the reinforcements, not in time, but they might try to circle up on GEX. However, Gen.G sitting on the sides, waiting on the wings. If they might third party this. Gen.G very well. If there's another knock on Infantry, I could definitely see a world where Gen.G thinks it's a good idea to get involved in this fight.
Blue is closing in though, so maybe just stay on the edge and anticipate the push from Infantry in this direction. We'll see if they opt to go aggressive or if they just wait on the edge of Blue, trying to get him out. Xiaoyang, nice uphill positioning.
Needs to happen quickly for Gen.G because Infantry will be coming on their backside. Jeems sees Gems. Jeems kills Gems, and that's another point for Team Liquid. Still very much in the hunt, no doubt about it. Still 2 games to go, guys. And if you're a Team Liquid fan, don't worry, there's still hope. No way, no how. All right, kickstart. Driving down the hill is Gen.G now. They're just going to try to set it. Gen.G really likes these kind of shoot and covers. They send a vehicle down, but an Onyx and an Aster are both going to pay the price this time around. Pio tries to find the backside of kickstart and uncharacteristically whiffing with that SLR.
This, to me, is a perfect example of now teams having too much faith in the drive-by. They knew exactly where they were. They knew they were going to have the advantage, but Gen.G is like, yoo-hoo, drive-by meta, we can just drive by and kill them, and it doesn't always work the way you want it to. When they get the upper hand, when they get to shoot first, I would assume that it is still easier to shoot from afar, and here you can see Rye Roth taken down despite having a Groza. Loki able to connect some good shots there. Kickstart pushing over the top, it's going to be taken down by Texu. No! Loki had the perfect position to take down Kickstart, but it's not going to happen. Pio will come around the side, will get the punish in the end, but Ence pushing out of the compound, doing damage once again. The passive Ence is gone, the proactive Ence is here, and they're here to kill. Now, Infantry on the west side, they might have something to say about this rest opportunity coming in for PO.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, I don't expect Infantry to let Gen.G get out of their grasps if they can so help it. The grenade does finish a Soniqs after that hard work by Pio to try to get him back up and running, and now he's taking damage from another angle. Pio will go down to Longsker, and Gen.G, just too much fighting going on there on the western side of the circle. The battle with AAA and Team Liquid still kind of happening. Clib takes a little bit of damage. Jeeves again with a nice spray here, but Svit sneakily coming up the stairs. Doesn't fool Jeeves. Somebody sees it, he comes out, gets the knock. Really well done by Team Liquid. Good communication or just good ears one way or another. That is Liquid playing very, very well there.
Yep, James did all the damage.
They start picking off kills. This is what I like to see from Afreeca. This is when they're at their best.
Did Mexico just get granted 2 more kills? Nope, he did not, Luke. Denying it. I don't think TSG knew of Mexi's position. He might have been able to get 2 had it not been because SDK wanted the piece of the party. Now James knows he's in between multiple players. Volibear goes down to blue. Not sure exactly how that ended up happening, but it does. Phase 4, we know there's no rest opportunity. No rest optional for him. And in the end, it's going to be Shantian to get the double just before going down to blue as well. I'm not even sure where Peng is. He is in the blue somewhere. There he is running in. Just exactly gets into the circle just to get killed as well. And TSG will fall in the end of it.
Yeah, it's a good attempt by TSG, but just too many teams over there on the east hanging around those dirt roads. Centering up onto Shaolu, the only one left for 4 a.m. now. A lot of teams up on the north, and Spyro finding another good knock onto Tank for MCG, but MCG should be resable, I believe. We'll see how aggressive they want to get. Meanwhile, SDK looking for third-party opportunities. Here come those throwables. The hard work, all that practice from SDK. A little bit of damage being done, but they have VP pinned in really well here for some good frags potentially. Purdy switches to the underhand. That should be good for 2. There is 1 left here. Spyro Purdy trying to come up and over. Gonna get a flush. Spyro still alive, trying to get some stuns potentially out himself, and there is a lot of smoke there, though. Afreeca on the backside does pick up some more points. Oath is gone in 10th. Purdy Prones behind the hill looking to finish what he started here all on his own. He's so good with these frags. He does, of course, have the backup from Alo lurking, but that smoke wall is going to cover that. Spyro going for the res. Purdy doesn't want to let it happen. The timer going off in his head. He knows he needs to get in and finish the job, but he wraps around him. Do-si-do for Purdy Curdy. Batulin's still in there. He's got to realize it now. Oh boy, Toby, he's prone. I don't know if he can survive this. Coming up and over, and it's going to be him trading. Batulins finishes it. So Purdy just outguesses himself a bit.
Why? I mean, oh, that's so unfortunate. I like what he was trying to do, but when you're 4 alive, and you know there's at least 1 left alive, I mean, at least 1, could be 2, potentially left alive in that situation, that becomes so damn dangerous. Unfortunately, will fall because of it. He does manage to get 1 kill off of it, but not more will go his way. Unfortunate, will go down. Ence in the meantime holding off Buriram. They find 2 kills. Tixer's going to go down as well in the meantime. On the south side, we see other teams fighting it off. That's Infantry trying to push around. I'm not sure why we're... Okay, never mind. Ence just annihilated Buriram. They tried to push the compound, didn't work out for them. They'll be regretting not pushing the compound with 1 4 AM player, but of course, that's not knowledge that they had in this situation. Now, Infantry!
But for now, they are able to get through it. Hansia sees Evil Lee. EJ gets the knock. Grenade comes through to try to finish the job. Good damage done. More damage being done. Afreeca kicking it off, but they only have 2 down here right now. The rest of Afreeca is pretty far away, so they got to be careful.
Yep, Circle just... eliminate multi-circle gaming as fast as you can, maybe with the help of SDK, and push back up the hill, take the fight to Infantry if you have the chance to. SDK, they're not shying away from this opportunity either, though. There goes Tank Nate straight to the face. He's going to go down instantly.
Yeah, another follow-up grenade from Luke looks pretty good. He had a pretty good opportunity to get some good shots. Bullying just avoids being knocked by that fire. Summer does get Alo over there. Well, let's focus on this fight between Ence and Infantry as it kicks off with Longsker getting a double headshot. Turds isn't able to find Rustenmar. Well done there by Rustenmar.
Great play. He knew he had to stay with him fast because they have Xiao Yang, kind of pinned down the hill. He knew that he had a few seconds more where he's isolated. Now, Yang ran himself over, question mark. There, we'll just leave that one as it is. I think the vehicle got exploded. Like, the nade came in and that exploded the vehicle. The main reasons in my book that Lou hasn't been pushed yet is he's been shooting at everything. Had it been any other solo player, he'd just be proning, but he's been active, holding people off. Now, let's see Longsker finds the knock and the flush onto Rustenmar, so they didn't want to push, but Ence wants to take the fight to them regardless. Longsker barely any helmet left, doesn't have a vest either. Trying to stay alive, but it's not going to be easy against the 3 from Ence.
Yeah, Longsker heating up a bit, and I don't mean that literally with the molly there. I mean figuratively with his shooting. He's getting some really nice ones going. Xiao Yang throwing stuns, trying to buy time to recoup, reorganize, and see if they can take this odd man fight they have in front of them. Stuns now bouncing up to Diggory. They do hit the teammate there, and it's Hikari from Afreeca who comes on the side of this. Like I said, they love the third party. They're not going to overcommit. They're not going to push super hard typically. They're going to wait for their opportunities, trying to find their points. Xiao Yang doing his best, but oh my word, Tiksu just able to hold it together there with a little bit of help from
a one-man ant farm, just sprinting around inside, and take that suppressor off your gun because they will see you outside. I think FURIA has no, as I say that, has no clue where he is. That's on Civil, sorry. Excuse me, trying to take one down. It does save the first one. Second one goes down as well. Now, oh my lord, would they wish they were 4 alive, but not the case. They will be down. How does Afreeca Freecs respond to this? They know it's the last team left alive. If they've counted the feed, they see 2 knocks. They know there's 7 alive there for themselves. Do the math, Afreeca Freecs. Position yourself. Push forward. There's 1 alive in the
bags here and there, but they do remain in this compound in phase 8. But because of this, it's going to be out in the open where this one's going to finish.
What does Hensia do? I mean, sorry, what does I can't do now? Does he try and wrap south around? I would love to see him try and do that. The only issue becomes he will not be able to get rest should he get knocked down there. If they see him early, if they take him down too early, there's nothing he's going to be able to do. Did he just see him from above? They might have seen him behind. Nope, I don't think he has an idea. Not yet. Now smokes are going to be thrown soon. But if Luke plays this once well, still hasn't seen him, still doesn't have eyes on. Now a card shoots, but doesn't get the shots connected. This is a chance now for Luke to really isolate him. Already got the meds off. He has to try and hold this angle. Has to try and hold off, and you can see that's exactly what they're doing. Uncivil and SDK are going to put a lot of pressure onto a card trying to isolate him, trying to take him down and make this a 3v3 nade. A little shot, but second one does find him. This should not be a rest opportunity for Afreeca Freecs. They will have to play this as 3. Great isolation, great play from shoot to kill to take full control over on that side of the circle. And I think, honestly, even though there's a smoke wall right now, EJ, you cannot full commit to this. You cannot leave them with 2 alive on the hill.
This is what makes SDK so great, so scary. They're so smart. As soon as they recognize that someone's in a bad spot, like you mentioned, Toby, they isolate it, they take care of business. That is why you gotta love their coach, Gunnar. Not just his birthday, but he has done a great job whipping this team into international competitive strength, being one of the top teams here. So, in fact, the top team so far in terms of money, which is what determines the winner of this event. Afreeca, though, 3 up on the hill. They have priority right now. They're fanning out a bit, but they got to be careful. Once SDK starts to push out a bit, they could lose control over that center if they're not careful.
Alo is almost as much on the dot as she could be at this point. Issue is he can't really see anything from that position. He still has to peek a little further over the hill. Luke is still inside the building, and they will be able to sit tight for now. And now where Akkad was the flank before to make a contain play and hold them from flanking out towards the east, that role now goes over to EJ. They're still playing a wide split with kind of a 1-1-1 pearls on a string type formation up the hill. They know they're going to have to make their way up at some point, and I think what Afreeca Freecs going to do is to sit tight and wait for the circle to at least have forced the building out so they won't have any hard cover.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Hansia gets a little bit of damage. The blue clips him in the back. Alo throws some grenades, or it might have been one of his teammates. But there still are actually quite a few smokes left for shoot to kill now. And those are going to start being fired out. And Hansia still watching that window, waiting, like you mentioned, for the blue to force SDK out of their buildings. But both teams, plenty of smokes still available. So they're going to roll those down, try to cover their movements, try to buy as much time as possible here.
EJ playing this one so wisely, not overextending at all, not giving up his position, just sitting behind that rock, sitting behind the smokes, waiting for them to push forward. Hikari has come down to help him on this side. They're expecting the flank to come up from one side, but with more time spent, the less the opportunity is for Luke to try and push up close here. With the smokes being thrown, they're slowly pushing further forward. This is a very similar situation to the win that we saw from Afreeca Freecs against TSM last week. They're slowly pushing forward, slowly trying to take control of these smokes. You want to have that angle around the smoke before the opponents do, and now they know where they are. They have to push over the hillside. I would assume to see SDK try and wrap west here. Get up, get us 3, push it forward. You have the nade, you have the utility. Throw a flash, push around the smoke on the west side, and I think that's what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, Uncivil gets 1. He's going to get 2. What a spray from Uncivil. EJ left for Afreeca to try to get the 1v3. There's one. Grenade finishes it, but no, Uncivil finishes all 3, and it's going to be